Happy Friday, everyone. We are here with Colton, the manager at Angelo Running Company. And I have to admit, I do not run. I hate exercise, but I'm telling you, 2023 is going to be a new me. So this is a really, really cool store, Colton. I was impressed by, I love shoes in general, but you have like the treadmill here, this machine here, you've got all different types of shoes. So how did Angelo Running Company come to existence?
Well, it started in Abilene.
Okay.
So that store's been there for 7 or 8 years. And so they wanted to do a different branch over here. There's not anything super specific for running here. And so they decided to open up a branch here just over a year ago. And so, but yeah, I mean, it hasn't been here long. We're kind of tucked away in the corner.
It is. We're kind of tucked in this on Sherwood in the shopping area, but this is a really cool spot. I already saw tons of stuff that can get me started with running. When people come in and say, hey, I'm training for this, or I'm about to start running, like do you get them on this machine? What does this machine do?
So yeah, this thing is just gonna scan your foot. So it's gonna give you a pressure test. It's gonna tell you about your arch, how wide your foot is, all the basics. Ultimately, it's up to me to kind of figure out what's gonna fit the person's foot based on how their running form is, or just even how they stand or walk. We do a lot of running stuff, obviously, but there's a lot of people that stand on their feet all day and like work jobs where they're just like, standing. And so finding a shoe that kind of works for them in that kind of environment is very important too. And so having to kind of assess them in that.
When I start running, what is your like basic gear that you would recommend?
Well, obviously there's a lot of factors. You know, there would be, do you want to fill the ground more, or do you want to have more cushion? So there's a lot of questions I would be asking you with that too. Obviously, we probably do a foot scan, and just because we do want to have all the information we can possibly get to get you the right shoe. I might even have you do a quick little jog or something in here. I can kind of see your form where it's at, and then that would help me with a shoe.
Could the wrong shoe hurt your body?
Definitely, yes. That's something I see a lot of. Especially depending on your form. Obviously, if you're like a hill striker, I usually like to put someone in a little bit of a lower drop, and all that means is from heel to toe, it's at a more level shoe. This kind of helps you to be a more forefoot prominent.
So much stuff. Now, how often should you change your shoes?
Depends on how much you're running, but kind of a rule of thumb is if you're wearing the shoe just for work and stuff like that, then it might be 6 months. But if you're using it for work, for everything else, you know, your training or whatever you're doing, you know, maybe 3 months. About 250 to 300 miles is about how long you should be wearing a shoe. Now, some of these shoes we carry will last you even longer than that, but that's kind of a rule of thumb, like 250
So interesting.
miles. So this brand is really cool.
Is this a new thing or no?
This is not a new brand, but they're a very exclusive running specific brand. So this brand is actually in Boulder, Colorado. So these are made there. So it's one of the only true American made shoes in here. And they're also 75% biodegradable. So like it's kind of the hippie brand, if you will, of the running scene. I love them. They're really cool.
Like if I wanted some motivation, are there groups that you can join, right, to start running?
There's the San Angelo Road Lizards, which if you look at our schedule up there, we actually have group runs on there. So yeah, we do have that.
So you can come in and you can go to calendar and you can just join any of the any of these for free.
Yep. These are all just an invite. You know, just.
Should you have specific running shoes versus tennis shoes you throw on to go do something?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that should be very different. Yeah.
Okay.
Running. I mean, obviously, a running shoe would feel good to go do whatever in.
Yeah.
But the longevity of the shoe is it's not gonna last as long. So typically, what I like to do is if someone does like to do a lot of gym work and running, I usually try to get them 2 different shoes. Sometimes, you know, based on budget, you can't do that, and so you kind of have to do it with one shoe, and then, you know, in that regard, I'll help them with that too. But I would definitely advise getting 2 separate
shoes. Okay, so what's the best way to find out information on your store? If you have sales, like runs you do, is it social media? Do you have a website or
we do have a website, And then yeah, we do have a Facebook page.
Okay.
Again, it's just our name.
Okay.
You can also just follow me on Instagram under Hall's Trains.
Ooh,
I'll talk
because
about.
you train too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I coach and I train, and then yeah, run the store.
Awesome.
But like this week, we just got some new UFOs in, which is some recovery shoes,
Uh-huh.
and I posted that on
Are
my
those the
page.
sandals?
Yes, the little the sandal, the flip
That's
flops.
a recovery shoe.
Yes.
Interesting.
If you put one on, you'll know why. It feels insane.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try it.
It's incredible.
So first thing, everyone can come and do this for free.
Yes, absolutely. Takes
Awesome.
maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Come in. Come check it out.
Yeah, check it out.